Hello, applicants. My name is Yash, and I am the Program Director for Pulmonary Critical Care Fellowship and APD for the Critical Care Fellowship at Tidal Health. Many years ago, I was looking for the perfect place to settle and work after my Pulmonary Critical Care Fellowship, and I took maps available on the internet for US risk for forest fires, floods, tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, and even volcanoes, and I superimposed those maps one over the other, and the only place that I found was untouched by any such natural disaster issues was actually Salisbury, Maryland. Right in the middle of the Delmarva Peninsula, and we are tucked in between the protruding shores of North Carolina and New England, so that if you go any south from our place, you run into really hot weather and hurricanes with increasing frequency and ferocity. And if you go any north of us, you are going to run into snowstorms and cold weather. And there is nothing like Salisbury's 210 sunny days a year. The second thing I loved about this place is that it is full of creeks and rivers. It is very green. 45 minutes from my house, I am in Ocean City, and 25 minutes the other way, I am in the Chesapeake Bay. And it is just a very relaxing place to spend your free weekends and evenings with friends. It does get hot in July. There will be a few days where we are hitting around 95. But apart from that, you'll have a comfort index of 8 for most of the year, especially between April and November. It is awesome to be here. Even in the winter months, and the worst months are going to be January, February, and March, you have only 7 inches of snow, whereas in the United States, the average snow is 28 inches. And even in January, which is the snowiest month of the year, we get about 2.5 inches of snow, which stays on the ground for less than 2 days on an average. So children get to play, but it does not get irritating or dangerous for your driving and your life. Cost of living was a big thing. Our cost of living index is 83.7, which means that if you take the US average cost of living to be 100, we are 16.3% cheaper. Which also means that if you are a PGY4 and your salary is $76,500, give or take, your buying power compared to other people in the United States is more like $91,500. Your monthly rent, even if you splurge, is going to be $1,800 or less. A good home is going to be around $400,000 or less. And from this home to the hospital, if I have to come in an emergency, I take 13 minutes from bedroom to patient's room in the ICU. And some of your attendings are more like 7 to 9 minutes. The kids' education is very important. Spouses' education is very important. We have got multiple universities here with many high-level programs, including PA school and pharmacy school. The public school education system is really good. The kids enjoyed their time here. They are both in college now, going into schools that they wanted to go to, and we have never looked at private school while we were here. Cultural exposure, you can be in any city and you'll have some museums, and then there will be better museums and bigger places to go to with your children in other cities. We have found that having access and easy drive 2 to 3 hours to many historical and big cities of the United States, we actually could expose our children to much more learning experiences than we would have if we were staying in any one city. We do have an airport, and the planes go daily to Charlotte and to Philadelphia multiple times. And also we have direct flights to Orlando and seasonal flights to Key West. So you could actually get out of the hospital, reach the airport within 15 minutes, get onto the plane within 15 minutes because the TSA line is just this long, and within 4 hours I have made it to Key West and I am on a beach. As fellow, one of the ways to take a really good cheap vacation is to go on cruises, and there are multiple cruise lines that go out from Baltimore, which is a 2-hour drive from here. So while your kids and your family are enjoying the weather, what are you doing? So as far as the fellowship goes, we go above and beyond ACGME. From day one, our fellows are doing full interventional pulmonary. You will be putting in stents and PEG tubes and working the robot and the EBUS. You will be exposed to ECMO, TEE, POCUS, and you have a lot of specialty services, including pre and post transplant bronchiectasis, pulmonary hypertension, interstitial lung disease, neuromuscular, TB, non-tuberculous mycobacteria clinic, chronic lung infections clinic, interventional pulmonary clinic, and of course thoracic oncology. We have a wide variety of electives, and also you are going to be trained as a simulationist because we have this state-of-the-art simulation center, and we even have simulation training for your robotic bronchoscopy. You'll be learning there, and you'll also be doing a lot of teaching there. If you are joining our critical care medicine fellowship, your average work hours per week are 42.3. Your average work days per week is 5. You get 6 weeks of vacation per year, and the night call is 1 in 7.4 days on an average. The list of electives is the same. Everybody gets 9 electives. These are the electives that you can choose from, and it will make you a very well-rounded critical care and pulmonary physician. For pulmonary and critical care medicine fellows, if you happen to be fellow A in year 1, you are also fellow A in year 2 and in year 3, and that helps us perfectly equalize so that all the fellows are getting an equal exposure to all our rotations. Your average work hours per week are 41.2, and average work days per week is 4.55. You will also get 6 weeks of vacation per year, and night call is 1 in every 13 days on an average. These are your details of the scheduled rotations. We take our fellows very seriously. If you can see some of your colleagues, they are already going on to become attendings because they chose not to do fellowship. So we cannot treat you like advanced residents. You are fellows, and that comes with a superior level of accountability and responsibility. And if I can't teach 9 pulmonary critical care fellows and 2 critical care fellows to cover essential services, then I am not doing justice, because you will be graduating and joining groups of 5 to 7 providers doing much more in their hospitals. So right from day one, you are going to act as junior attendings under our guidance, and that is our expectation. Apart from the 6 full weeks of vacation, you'll get 5 days of sick leave that you will use only if sick. And although the hospital runs without the fellows, has done so for many decades, and will do so even if there was no fellowship, we expect you to try to find your coverage just like you would when you are an attending. We also give 5 days of CME, and you can also use those 5 days for your board prep, and this is in addition to the 6-week vacation per year. Of note, Tidal Health official policy gives you only 15 vacation days per year, which is also ACGME compliant. So how come we give you 6 full weeks of vacation? We can do that because those vacations are scheduled vacations. We have the vacation in your schedule. You do not have to worry about whether you are going to take vacation during your research month or your elective rotation or your ICU, because By doing a scheduled vacation, we are making sure you do not miss anything. And also, it will be logistically impossible for us to give you 6 weeks of vacation and also tell you that you can take your vacation whenever you want. So, in case you have the opinion that you would like to take vacation whenever you please, then you will have to choose option 1, which is 15 vacation days per year. You can take those vacations whenever you want. You give us a 2-week notice and you go to your vacation, and that's perfectly fine. You can also exchange vacations with a willing partner. So if you need a particular vacation, find the fellow who might have that vacation and do a 1:1 exchange. That is absolutely allowed. How do we choose our fellows? I have personally gone through each and every application at least twice, maybe thrice. And I try to select people who will be happy here, who will have a fulfilling and satisfying 3 years of fellowship, and will be able to learn and improve and prepare themselves for a successful future as a provider. The only thing we want from you is that you go through the details of this presentation and make sure that if you rank us, that you are okay with what we have to offer. In the interview, the only thing I'm looking at is whether we will be able to meet your expectations from your training program. Ultimately, we want you to be happy, we don't want you to be burnt out, and we want you to learn a lot. Best of luck for the match.